Hi everyone, this is your girl Nikita, and welcome to the Perfectly Powerful You podcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Perfectly Powerfully You podcast. I'm your host, Nikita, and I trust, hope, and expect that you are all doing positively wonderful today. Perfectly splendid, if you will, and splendiferously amazing, just because it's fun to say. Today, I am holding the intention, as with the nature of today's video, that we're just going to have some fun, friend to friend. I would love to hold the intention that it's going to be enlightening, that it's going to shine a little light on probably a topic that seems fairly straightforward, but tiny tweaks in the right direction that can really propel you forward to be able to live the life that you would live, like really, really and truly, truly love to live. Because I think, well, we are perfectly beautiful beings on this amazing and vibrant planet, but we're human. We have the beautiful mind that we have been given. We have this amazing vessel that we've been given. We are not butterflies. We're not bees. We're not trees. We are human. And with that, we have a very specific, well, beautiful nature to our life. And so, for those of you who would love to join me on this journey of intention, let's talk about how we can use our words to be more intentional, or rather, be more intentional with our words for our actions to have a specific result and or outcome that we desire, as opposed to taking a step and hoping and praying that it actually happens, and also with the intention of manifesting exactly what we would love and what we want to see in our life. So, today I would love to start with the intention of words, because I believe that our words, this beautiful language that we've created, I'm speaking English right, or English kind of apparently right now. However, there is so many of us that understand what I am saying. Goodness me, apparently this is a really great start to it. That everyone, or at least most of us, know what is coming out of my mouth. There we go. That with the words that we speak, there is inherently an energetic frequency that comes with each and every single way that I pronounce things. But words are powerful. They say that sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt me. But I think that words, if we allow them to, may absolutely hurt us, compounded over time. Let me give a better example of this. So I've been doing life coaching for a couple years now, and I find it to be very, very helpful with my day-to-day life because it's allowed me to slow down to speed up, so to speak. So, in terms of the way that I speak and verbalize what I would love to communicate to the people around me and or to myself, I find that my word choice up until now has been, well, not intentional. That sometimes the words that I speak, I can say things like, I'm not enough. This is hard. I don't think this is going to work out. I think this is a bad idea. But all of those, as you can probably hear in my words, they have a very specific energetic frequency. But what if, and I'll propose this to you, we were able to be very mindful and intentional about the words that we speak in order to create the life and the result that we would love. So, with words, what if you were to say, up until now, words like, I'm not enough? Well, not enoughness has a very specific frequency, something a little bit lower in your body. Again, that's okay. We're not here for perfection. We're just here to do our best. So, and again, our best sounds very different from not enough. So when I say something like not enough, maybe up until now I felt like I wasn't enough, but by chance I could switch my words a little bit and say, I am absolutely enough, that I am even more than enough, that the words coming out of my mouth are the ones that I want to allow my body to feel. Because while you may have heard in a previous video or two or three that our mind communicates with images, our body communicates with feelings, and we communicate to each other either maybe through sign language, or for myself, I like to use my hand gestures and the words coming out of my mouth. So words in our body feel a certain way, and you may not up until now feel the impact of these words, but trust me when I say, if everything has a frequency, everything has an energetic vibration within you, outside of you, around you, then it would make a lot of sense that your choice of word has a very specific impact on how you choose to go forwards with something. So if you say something is hard, then you're already telling your body, you're telling your mind, let's make this hard. And so that's sending out a certain frequency of hard. So everything coming back to you is going to be in alignment with that. It's going to be hard. But what if you were able to be even more choiceful? Again, slow down, be intentional with what you want to set and say, actually, I think that this is going to be easy. Or you could also say, I am going to overcome this. That maybe up until now this was hard, but now this could be easy. So that's another way that you can actually use words to your advantage. That I love using the phrase up until now because it puts a stop and it tells my brain, oh, well, this is something that has happened up until now, but something is different in this place and space right now. So up until now, I thought this was hard. But now, as in going forward, as in the action I'm about to take is going to be easy. And this takes, again, a little bit of intentionality with you. It takes desire to be able to slow down and be very intentional with your words, because when you slow down and actually start to think about the words coming out of your mouth, you would honestly be very surprised by the unconscious programs that you have been setting for yourself just throughout your life. And it is, again, okay that some of the words coming out of your mouth might be hard, challenging, not enough. That is okay, because as we're on this planet, we are innately not perfect. Surprise, surprise, even though this is perfectly powerfully you, the imperfectness of us is actually the fun of it all, that we get to be even more conscientious. I'm going to use the word intentional again. We get to be conscientious and conscious and intentional with our words should we love. And it is not a choice. Nope, it is a choice. It's not an obligation. It is a choice. But to know the power of your words, that you can use words to either tear someone down or you can use your words to lift someone up. And the words and frequencies that you say will be felt in your body should you allow it. But when you speak something, the like karma, like a boomerang, it's going to come right back to you. So would you love to cast out a word and or phrase and or intention of goodwill, of peace and harmony, of uplifting and pooping sparkles and rainbows? Or would you love to set the intention and speak the words that tear not only, well, you're going to try to tear someone down, but really it just comes and reflects back to you. So with the intention of your words, should you allow yourself to stop and pause and think? And you can even ask someone else. The beauty of life coaching that I've found is that people pick up on things, and those who are listening for it, who have an ear for it, who have the highest intention for you, that they are able to pick up on something that you may not have noticed. That, oh, well, for myself, up until now, I used to say a lot about how it was going to be hard, how I was going to feel a certain way. But that in and of itself is a manifestation. I'm telling myself, my body, let's make it hard, people, because that's what I was saying. But when my life coach, Catherine, says, hey, can I offer you something, a little tweak in the right direction, if you will, to say, well, would you love it to be hard? Again, that's okay. If you want it to be hard, make it hard. But if you would love, I'd like to offer you a little bit of tweak. Would you say up until now it felt hard, but now would you love it to be easy? And I say, oh, yes, I didn't realize that I've been saying and already preemptively telling myself this is going to be hard. But now, actually, I would love to hold the intention that going forwards, it could be easy. The second one I would love for you to share, or rather, I would love to share to you, is actions. Actions are also the very fun of life. And for myself, I often, up until now, have caught myself being very fast paced. I have a lot going on in my brain, and again, being very choiceful with my words here, will say I have and can hold a lot of space in my brain for a lot of things. It is very fun being in my brain. If you ever have a chance to come and meet my brain, you're all welcome. Well, maybe not all of you, but a lot of the ones who have the highest intention for my brain, you're welcome inside. There's a lot of sunshine and rainbows. However, actions, they sometimes, I'll say up until now, I got into a routine of things. You might relate with this, but there are some things that become very, well, routine. That there are things where I start doing things and I don't actually know why I'm doing them, or I may think that I know why I'm doing it, but really it's just become an unconscious program that I've taught my body how to do without my brain actually consciously thinking about it. Let me explain further. Brushing my teeth. And I'm sure you brush your teeth too. If not, highly recommend oral hygiene. It's great for everything in your body. However, sometimes I'll brush my teeth and I'll be done in like 3 minutes, but those 3 minutes just I didn't even know where they went. I was brushing my teeth and I was doing other things because, well, nature of multitasking apparently with me when I too go unconscious. However, why am I brushing my teeth? We can set an intention here. Well, the reason why I'm using this specific toothpaste, this specific toothbrush at this specific time during the day is to, well, freshen up my breath. I love that. I love having a minty fresh breath. What else? Oh, well, I would love to set the intention that as I'm brushing my teeth, that they're becoming whiter. Or I would love to set the intention that I am cleaning and taking care of my oral hygiene because I know how important it is for me. I would love to set the intention as I'm brushing my teeth that all the germs inside my mouth, or maybe not all of them, but the ones that are not in my highest intention, are being scrubbed away repeatedly, and then I spit them out. And so only the highest intention remains for my mouth. And I'd also love to have minty fresh breath because I love that. But something as simple as brushing your teeth can be a bridge or a step in the right direction of slowing down to speed up, to slow down and be intentional about why you're doing what you're doing. And this can really translate into something bigger. So, an example that I wrote down as I was just, again, setting the intention of delivering this podcast was in my health. That there are certain things that I eat on a regular basis that I can set an even higher intention while I'm eating it, or while I'm cooking it, or while it's digesting inside of my body. I can tell my body and I can tell universe, spirit, love, light, God, whatever you would love to insert here to help you with this, because we're not alone in this. We are spirit, we are light, we are love, we are the very essence that creates everything around us. So why not use it to our advantage? Why not say, as I am eating this very wholesome, again, intentional words, very wholesome, nourishing, life-giving food, I am so grateful. I'm so thankful that my body easily masticates, not masturbates, masticates this food, chomps down on it. I'm so happy and grateful now that my body, that every single cell in my body is being gifted with life and life abundantly. That my body is easily digesting this food and turning it into energy that allows me to live an even more fulfilling life. Doesn't that sound amazing? Doesn't it sound amazing that your body is able to actually, again, you're setting this unconscious action, pre-programming it into your brain. And as I'm taking the action step towards feeding myself, as opposed to up until now, where I scarfed down food because I was just like, just need to get this food in me. I'm so hungry. I just need to like fill the void in my stomach. That's intention too, if you would love to just fill the void. However, the more conscious I've been about eating and sleeping and drinking and all this amazing stuff, feel free to do it for yourself. I've been finding that my body is actually responding even more so to the energy I'm putting around my food, around my actions. And even if it's not with eating, it could be with anything. What is your action and intention for watering your plants? Would you love your plants to thrive or would you love them to die? I assume most of you green thumb gardeners would love your plants to thrive, but how can you take it one step further? How can you say, with this hose pipe or watering can, I am taking the essence of life that without this water, I would not be able to nourish my plants. Without the nourishments of my plants, they would not grow. If they did not grow and thrive, I would not be able to yield the fruit and or vegetable and or spice, whatever it is that, or flower, whatever it is that you are helping grow, because this is your energy too. It's a choice for you to fill up that watering can or turn on the hose pipe. It's a choice for you to go to those plants and say, hey, little guys, I'm so happy that you guys are thriving. Let me help you, because I don't have to do anything else other than take care of you in the way of like watering, maybe feeding with some like vegetable food. I'm not really a gardener, but for any of you who would love to help me with that, super happy setting the intention that I'll have more gardeners in my life because I'd love to start growing my own food. However, would you love to set the intention that they flourish, that they thrive, that as this nourishing water is helping them grow even more, that they will provide eventually sustenance to your body, that they will provide a smile on your face because they're growing so fast, so big and bold and bright? Whatever it is, whatever intention you want to set it, should you love. Because again, this is your energy. This is your life force. You know when you feel sad because it feels somewhere different in your body. You know when you feel happy because it feels somewhere different in your body. Take note of this, because the action steps that you are taking in service of whatever it is that you are doing, whether it's brushing your teeth, feeding your body, watering your plants, it could be anything, but these are still your actions. Take ownership of that. This is your choice. Take ownership of that. This is your intention, whatever you want to make it to be. You can do something unconsciously, like, I'm just going to go water the plants. I'm just going to go brush my teeth. I'm just going to eat this meal. But wouldn't you like to know that as you're eating this meal, watering your plants, brushing your teeth, whatever it is that you're doing, that you can actually tell the food, plant, stuff inside the toothpaste, what you want it to do for you? Because again, we are energetic beings. We are living in this energetic world that on a, we'll go into physics, that everything is matter, and matter on a subatomic scale is vibrating. And when everything has a certain frequency, it cannot be in your life. I will say this again, it cannot be in your life unless you guys are energetically matched. So should you want more health and vitality in your life? Should you love more cleanliness in your life? Should you love more flourishment? Flourishment? Sure. In your life, just know that the more you check in with yourself, slowing down to speed up, you can cause that to just naturally form into your life, because we'll go back to the word choice just for a second. That if you're finding your life is very hard, if you're finding that there's things coming up in your life that are just causing you to, like, I don't know, grate your teeth together, to clench your fist, to have this constriction, what are your thoughts? What are the words coming out of your mouth? What is the intention you're setting with every action step that you are taking? Because sometimes we can go, I'll say up until now, through our life with an unconscious biased behavior that may not serve us as much as it used to in the past. But it got you right here, right now. So I'll call it a win, because everything that you've done up until now can only be in your life if you are energetically aligned with it, because it's everything has an equal and opposite reaction, that as you're putting out, you are getting back. So if you want to put out hard, expect it back. If you're putting out easy, expect it back. If you're putting out nurturement, expect it back. Because something that comes to mind just now is also the law of receiving. Should you want to receive something more in your life, you got to give it first, because this tells the universe that you are not only overflowing in this, that you can energetically align with this, and the universe is like, oh, well, obviously they're focusing their attention on it and their attention on it, so they obviously would love more of it. So here you go. So in terms of another example that I really love using is fire. I hear it a lot in my life coaching, and I will propose it to you and or offer it to you, should you love to keep it in your back pocket, to remind yourself about intention and about receiving what you would love in your life. So fire, you can't just expect a fire to spontaneously combust like this, although it does happen. However, in terms of just the everyday occurrences, you can't just build a fire and say, okay, give me heat. You have to, there are certain steps involved. There is an intention for there to be heat. And yes, there is a potential for there to be heat. However, you got to give it fuel first. So that's kind of like the law of receiving. So when you're giving out a certain vibe, you are giving first. You're giving that fuel first. And you know you're going to expect it back, because that is the law. You are giving fuel to fire, knowing that you are getting heat. So you can do that with your actions as well. You're giving nourishment, water, to your plants, knowing that they will grow. You are going into work with the intention of getting money back. You are doing a podcast with the intention of uplifting somebody. So you can have whatever intention you want to set for whatever action it is that you are taking. Would you love to have the intention for your dream to be even more full of life, full of spontaneity, full of security, full of joy and love? What would you love? And you can ask yourself this. So I mentioned before the slowing down to speed up. I'd love to touch on that a little bit, because I think it's really important for setting intentions and being more mindful. Up until now, I was absolutely the person to not be very mindful about what I was doing. I would just kind of do it. I would say, okay, I'm just going to write this paper to just, like, I don't know, write this paper. But could you write a paper with the intention of getting an A? And slowing down to speed up means you're taking the time to pause. And you're taking the time to sit. And you're taking the time to get to know yourself and ask yourself these questions. What would I love from this? And this is really a powerful move in the direction of your dream, because when you know that you can be a little bit quieter, and you know that you can sit a little bit more still, you'll realize that there's a lot going on around you, and there's a lot going on in your head, and you can be far more intentional with your unconscious attitudes and your unconscious behavior and your unconscious programming when you stop and you allow yourself to direct it wherever you want it to go. but you can also see what comes up. Maybe you're realizing that the train of thought you've been having, the action steps that you have been taking, have not been serving you well up until now. So maybe you can set the intention and you can allow yourself to say, I'm going to set the intention for these next 5 minutes to allow my body to rest, for my mind to open up, and for myself to be even more in alignment with my highest self. Again, should you love, because it is your choice, in order to live the life that you have always wanted. Because wouldn't you like to know that it is actually well within your power to be able to direct your life exactly the way you want? For me, that feels very empowering. Up until now, I definitely felt as though, all right, well, I am a human, whatever that means. And it seems like everyone around me has jobs. I guess I will get a job. It seems like everyone else around me is walking on 2 feet. Maybe I will walk on 2 feet as well. It seems like everyone else around me is saying that they need to work more to make more. I guess that's the truth. Is it the truth? Would you love to make it your truth? For me personally, I have been checking in and realizing that there are so many things that I have been making agreement with up until now that just do not feel in alignment with me. So my intention, as I've been getting even more comfortable with what I would love, who I want to be, is to be more mindful about how I'm living my life, because I may be dead tomorrow, and that is okay. If tomorrow is my last day on earth, that's fine. But I know that at least if I've set the intention that I am living my best life every single day as best as I can, with the intention of loving as many moments or every single moment as much as I can, then I think it's a life worth living. And your life, your precious life, is worth living. And when you know that it is not up to anyone else to live your life, it is not outside forces that are dictating the purpose of your life. It's you. It is your powerful mind. It's your powerful thoughts. It's your powerful words, your powerful actions that are changing the course of your life in whatever way you want to direct it. And when up until now, maybe it's been unconscious. Maybe there are things that have been unconsciously programmed into your mind since you were just a wee tot that do not serve you any longer. But they did. That's how you got to here and now. So honor and love your body and honor and love your life for just where you are now, because it got you to this space. But know that at any point in time, you can slow down and speed up the direction of where you want to go, and know that it is exactly where you want to go because you're the one setting those intentions. One of the last things I wanted to touch on in terms of being intentional is intentionally manifesting. And I know this is a buzzword, but we're going to use it. Intentionally manifesting and or creating whatever it is you want in life, because like I mentioned before, you as a human being, a spiritual being having this human experience, are so powerful. But your mind is a symphony of neural connections that are firing just like that every single freaking time. They're so fast. And that, I heard from somewhere, take it with as many grains of salt as you'd love, I heard that it's faster than the speed of light, that our brains are not only, again, sending out a signal to the universe about images of what we want to see. Our brains are so powerful and our bodies are so powerful. We are so powerful that we create what we want, consciously or unconsciously. And again, I'll repeat that: consciously or unconsciously, we are manifesting absolutely everything in our life. So, with the intention of today being all about intention, Would you or would you not love to know that the images that you were holding in your mind, the heart that is connecting to your body and saying, yes, please bring this to me, and the universe around us, who the frequency and or being and or light, spirit, love, God breathing you is saying, here you go. And this can be intentional. So when I say that manifesting is either unconscious or conscious, it means again, slowing down, being very aware of your thoughts, what is going on in your unconscious that you may not be aware of up until now. But now, because you're slowing down, taking time, getting really comfortable and curious with what thoughts are going on in the background, and asking yourself, what would I love? What would I love? What would I love in my life when tomorrow is not certain, but right now is certain? And if I can be very conscious with my thoughts, we'll use the example of a blue car. Ooh, I'd love a blue car. I want it to be shiny. I want it to be maybe the size of I'll use my matrix as an example. I want a blue matrix. I want it to have like big wheels. I want it to be thick and I can go off-roading. I want there to be and I would love for there to be the back end so I can pull down my seats and I can go and sleep in it. And I'll have fairy lights everywhere so I can see in the dark. And I'll have some comfy pillows and a blanket. That's called conscious manifesting. How do you feel? Well, when I'm in my blue matrix and the seat is down and I'm cozy in my blankets and I'm feeling like really happy looking at my fairy lights, and maybe it has a roof. And by roof, I mean it has a roof that I can open and I can see the stars. Oh, and I love seeing the stars. I feel so exhilarated. I feel comfy. I feel warm. I feel safe. I feel amazing driving my Blue Matrix. And maybe by now or maybe right now, it doesn't exist in my life, but I know that it's possible because if I know that I can think it and then feel it, and I know that there is the law that says everything is created twice, that if I can think it and feel it, it means it exists. And then eventually, if I think it and feel it, think it and feel it, think it and feel it resonate, then it eventually comes to me because that's the law. It is literally part of being a spiritual being, having this human experience, that it is possible for things to come to you, that you can energetically align with it, that not only am I taking steps in life in service of my dream, but my dream is also taking steps towards me. It's not that it is outside of me anymore. If I can think it and feel it, it becomes part of my life. And the universe says, oh, well, you wanted a blue matrix. Here you go. So maybe opportunities will come up for you and you'll consciously say, I would love a blue matrix. I would love a blue matrix. I would love a blue matrix. And there it is right there for you. Maybe you'll find on Facebook Marketplace that someone is selling a car, or maybe you'll drive past a street that you've never been down and there will be a sign that says blue matrix for sale at this. Opportunities will always be there for you when you are consciously manifesting. You'll see them. Unconscious manifesting is different from conscious manifesting in the fact that you aren't aware of the thoughts that you are thinking, meaning that you're not taking the time to actually be present with yourself. So there are certain things that are going on unconsciously in our brain when we're not paying attention. And that's why there are certain things showing up in your life. I'll use the example of relationships. So there might be a cycle and or pattern that you may or may not be noticing about certain people who are coming up into your life. Maybe you're saying, why do I always seem to be in these toxic relationships? They always seem to come to me, and every time it's like it's the same story, different person. That's called unconscious manifesting. It's because you haven't yet changed something within yourself in order to tell the universe that you want something different. So Again, nothing can come up in your life unless you are energetically aligned with it. And energetically aligning with something means that, again, your brain is very powerful. What thoughts are you thinking? If you're thinking thoughts about your past relationship being a specific way and you're showing up in a certain way, they're showing up in a certain way, then that is, again, energetically programming your body to send out energetically from your body a specific frequency. So when you're thinking certain thoughts, you can change those thoughts, but you have to interrupt them. That's why I like to use the up until now, because up until now is kind of like a pause for your brain to say, oh, well, up until now, I've been in toxic relationships that have felt not very great. I feel unsafe. I feel scared. I feel angry. I feel sad. Whatever you feel in these relationships is sending out a frequency. But up until now, I felt that way. Now, again, we're consciously programming here. Now, I love in my relationships that I feel heard. I feel seen. I feel, oh, I feel so romantic. I feel that I am with the love of my life. I feel warm. I feel comforted. I feel joyful. Whatever it is you want to feel, but choose to make that unconscious program a conscious program again, should you love. Take ownership of that. That your beautiful life is here, your beautiful mind is here, your beautiful heart, your beautiful energy is here for a reason. Take ownership of that. That if you know that you are able to consciously co-create with this universe, that means if there's something in your life you want to see, if up until now you thought it was impossible, what would it feel like for it to be possible for you? This is consciously manifesting something, that you are taking the time for you to figure out what you specifically would love to express in your life because you want to experience it. If you want to experience a toxic relationship that you don't feel great, sure. If you want to experience a vibrant life full of relationships that feel abundant, that you feel heard and seen and loved and respected, that you feel joyful and radiant and full of vitality, that is meant for you. You are deserving of all of that and then some. But consciously manifesting means you got to take the time. Consciously manifesting means you have to want it and desire it and know you are deserving of it. Consciously manifesting means choosing your words, making your actions intentional, and knowing that everything is energetically aligned with you. And so I'd love to offer you this tip and trick for consciously manifesting that I have been using in my life that is seeing results, and it actually is very easy. Something that I've been doing that has been really, really wonderful. Actually, I'm giving you two tips and tricks of being able to consciously manifest because I think it is fun. I think that the more excited I get to be able to consciously manifest, and the more I want to share it with others because it's wonderful to know how exciting it is to really know that you can be the one to direct your life. So, the first one, should you love to be in a meditation of sorts and or set yourself 5 minutes before your day begins to tell yourself how you want your day to be. Something that I saw on TikTok, love a good TikTok, was Gabrielle Bernstein or Gabby Bernstein. She is a really amazing light bringer that I love reading her books. For those of you who would love, she has so many. She is a beautiful soul with a lot of things to share, and I am very inspired by a lot of what she has to say. So something that I saw that she says that if you really want to consciously manifest your life, be intentional about it. And so in my meditations, I have been using her tips and tricks on being able to sit down and create my day, creating my day. So, who do I want to be today? How do I want to feel today? What do I want to give today? What do I want to receive today? This is a powerful way to start your day. This is telling yourself, this is how I want my day to go. I want to be today in the highest alignment with myself. I want to be the version of me that is in highest alignment of myself. This is an example. I want to be unstoppable today. I want to be my most radiant self today. I want to be my most positive self today. I want to be my most determined self today. I want to feel. How do I want to feel? Well, I want to feel vibrant. I want to feel peaceful. I want to feel in harmony. I want to feel happy. I want to feel unstoppable. That's how I want to feel. What do I want to give today? I want to give my wisdom. I want to give my patience. I want to give of my love. I want to give of my time. What do I want to receive today? I want to receive a lump sum of money. I want to receive a really big squishy hug. I want to receive patience for myself. I want to receive guidance. Whatever you want to make your day out to be the script writer of your day and watch it come forth for you. And manifesting also means you're cherry picking. In one of my previous podcasts, I was with my life coach, Catherine, and she talks highly about writing down your evidence, cherry picking them, which means throughout your day, as you're becoming even more consciously aware of your life, consciously aware of your thoughts, consciously aware of what's happening around you, you're cherry picking evidence. So if you're telling yourself, who do I want to be today? I want to be unstoppable. How do I want to feel? I want to feel confident. What do I want to receive? I want to receive a big bonus. What do I want to give today? I want to give of my time. Cherry pick the evidence that is in alignment with the intention you've already set for your day and watch the energy come to you. Because again, we're energetic beings, people. We are sending it out. It is coming back. So if you're in your most powerful state, for me, it's in the morning and or at night when my mind is very empty after sleep. I find that I can really program my mind into a subconscious idea of how I would love to live. And so if I'm already setting, I want to feel confident, I want to feel confident, I want to feel confident, and feel and resonate with what does confidence feel like in your body, then watch it, cherry pick, and write down every way in which it has come to you. Were there moments that came, opportunities came up, and you felt confident? Write that down because this is a way that you are choosing to consciously manifest your life. The next one that I would love to share with you is the 6-month manifestation that I also saw on TikTok. Again, thank you, TikTok. This is not sponsored by TikTok. However, it is just a really great place. It's kind of like Vine, like Facebook, like YouTube. These are resources for us to be able to connect to one another. And I'm finding that the algorithms are serving me well with being able to align. Actually, that's a really great one. We're going to veer off our track for a little bit. Think about manifesting like the algorithms on TikTok that, when you start to look at workout videos or look at funny cat videos or look at manifesting videos, that they start to come up more frequently on your screen because the people on the other side are saying, well, it seems like they're going to keep using this app if I keep giving them these cat videos. Well, that's kind of like the universe, but in a very niche way that if you're setting the intention that I'm going to go on TikTok and I'm going to watch cat videos, that just like the people on the screen behind the screen, that they're saying, give her cat videos. She likes it. It'll keep her here. She seems happy. If you want to do that with your life, think about it in there. They're like, oh my gosh, like look at all this money coming into my life. Ooh, I love money. I love that money comes to me in increasing ways in a variety of forms every single day. And the universe is saying, oh my God, she really loves money. Oh, she keeps coming back and she seems really grateful for money. Let's keep giving her money. Again, write that down. Cherry pick the evidence of how it's coming up in your life and watch the magic happen. Veering back to the 6 month of manifesting, what would you love? That is a question I ask myself, or what I would love specifically. I ask myself this question, what I would love every single day, multiple times a day, because asking this question brings the power back to me when I have choices to make in life or choices I would love to make in life. So, what would you love in your life? Let's plan out for the next 6 months. What would you love to see? I have been doing this work with, again, my life coach, Catherine, that we pick 4 quadrants in our life. We have our health, our vocation, relationships, and time and money freedom. So, pick the 4 quadrants. I would say pick one and make one sentence out of each of these 4 quadrants. So, for example, for my health, by the end of this year, it is December 31st, 2023. And again, I'm preemptively telling myself as if it was already December 31st. Today, it is June 22nd, 2023. But in my 6 month manifestation, it is December 31st, 2023. And I am so happy and grateful now that in my health, I can do 12 pull ups. I easily do a handstand without the wall, and my body is radiant, sculpted, toned, and I am feeling amazing. So that's what I want to see. I want to see myself, and in my head, I'm already easily doing 12 pull ups. I can easily do a handstand, and my body looks a very specific way. How do I want to feel? That's how you amplify it. I want to feel, and I already feel in my body, confident, radiant. I feel energetic. I feel vibrant. I feel flexible. I feel, we'll use the word unstoppable. So, being able to create a mental picture in your head, i.e., I see myself doing a handstand, I see myself doing 12 pull ups, and I will repeat in my head. I will see myself walking into the gym. I'll see myself getting up to the pull up bar, and I will easily do 12 pull ups. And I'm just repeating this in my head. And as I'm repeating this in my head, I'm telling my body how I want to feel preemptively, because again, everything's created twice, first in thought, then in reality. So I'm seeing my body easily do 12 pull-ups and easily doing a handstand, and I see my body in the mirror look a specific way, and then I'm telling my body I feel confident. Ooh, I feel empowered. Ooh, I just feel like I can walk even taller. I feel amazing. And that's how you consciously manifest. So you take one of the 4 quadrants, i.e., you can do all 4 quadrants should you love. That's what I like to do. I'll take maybe one thing out of my 4 quadrants and I'll focus on it. I'll create a sentence of how I want it to look. I'll create a sentence of how I want to feel, and then I'll write it down. And I will put it right beside, I'm pointing to my bedside table over here. I'll put it beside my bedside table and I'll say, read me every single day. And I will. I'll read it in the morning and I'll read it at night, because this is telling my brain, telling my body, this is what we're focusing on. And I'm telling the universe, this is where my attention is going. This is telling the metaphorical algorithms of the universe, give me more of this. And watch, and again, cherry pick the evidence that's coming up in your life that is serving the vision you have for the next 6 months, a year, 5 years, 10 years, whatever it is you want to have. Make it big, make it grand, because this is your life and this is the intention you're setting for yourself. And do this for about a month or however long you would love. I would say do it for at least a month because I feel like that is a really excellent start for being able to reprogram where up until now, I can't do 12 pull-ups, but now I can easily do 12 pull-ups. Yeah, look at me go. I'm awesome. And you're telling yourself you can already do it. And of course, the action step with the intention when I go to the gym, I'm doing pull-ups, and maybe I can't do it right now. Maybe I can only do 4. And but by the end of the year, if I see and I cherry pick, oh my gosh, now I can do 5. And now maybe in a couple months, oh, I can do 7. And this is you again bridging that gap, that as you're setting the intention, this is happening. Now you're finding that your dream is coming towards you. It is both and. It is not you going towards something, it is you meeting in the middle. And this is going to allow yourself to really be very specific about what you want to see. Because wouldn't you like to know that you are the director, scriptwriter, spotlighter, and actor and or actress and or act person doing all of this for your life with the intention that you are making the most of your life, that you have the best life, that at the end of your life, whenever that may be, you know that it's the best life you could have lived because you are the one to tell your life how you want to live it. And I would love to end there because I am feeling very spunky and I also have laundry to go do. So I love you guys very much. I hope and have the intention that after today, after this podcast, after whenever it is that you were listening to this, whenever you would love to implement this into your life, that you're being more intentional, should you love. Because again, I make these podcasts and I like to share this level of wisdom with the people who feel inspired by it, with those who really want to transform this world for the better, because I think that we are all doing amazing things. Actually, I know that we are doing all amazing things. I think that we are all unique and special flowers that really have the chance to do something great, not only for our lives, not only for the lives around us, for history. I would love to know that the more light that we are shining just with ourselves, even if we can lift up one person, that it's creating a domino effect of just wellness, goodness, life, prosperity, and abundance for all, because we are deserving of it. We are deserving of an amazing life. We are deserving of the life that we can say at the end of each and every single day, wow, this is my life. Oh my gosh, this is my life. I get to live this life. I am here and now, and this is the life I get to live. Wow, isn't that special? I love you guys so much. I hope you have an amazing day. For those of you who would love to have even more love and goodness in your life, I have started a Patreon. I am really looking forward to growing this community even more and being able to share even more tips and tricks that I don't necessarily share on the podcast, on the YouTubes. And I would love to be able to share it with even more people to, yeah, grow this community and be in love and light with each other. I am also coming out with a workbook soon and going to be able to share a breakdown of how I love to live my life and being able to put it in a handy dandy workbook form for those of you who would love to really structure your life in a way that makes it even easier to implement tools to be able to direct your life in exactly the way that you want. So stay tuned for that. And until then, I again hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking with you all very, very soon.
Thank you all for joining me today because it's my absolute pleasure to be here with you. I'd love to hear your thoughts about today's content and any inspirational words of wisdom you'd love to share. I'd also love if you would leave a 5-star review on whatever platform it is you're listening to this on, because it helps in creating even more awesome content. May your day be filled with only love and light, and I look forward to talking with you all real soon.